Is the Alter Rebbe's picture authentic?
The answer to that question is yes, absolutely yes. And the details and the history of this picture we know from the previous Rebbe, who heard it from his grandmother, Rebbe Rivka. She was the wife of the Rebbetzin of the Rebbe Marash. And the story she told was that there was a time that the Tzemach Tzedek was supposed to go to Petersburg. And he decided that he's not going to Petersburg. We're talking about going to Petersburg for communal issues. It was very difficult times in Russia. And instead of going himself, he sent his son, the Rebbe Marash, who became the future fourth Rebbe of Chabad, that he should represent him. And there were meetings there for many days with ministers and important people. After one of the meetings, one of the ministers said to the Rebbe Marash, I'd like to speak to you privately if you can come to my house. And he made an appointment to see him. And he told him that he has a big art collection. He loves art. And he wanted to show him his art collection, and specifically a certain picture. Showed him the art collection, and then he showed him a picture of a rabbi. And this picture of the rabbi, how does he get this picture? So he said his father, this minister's father, used to be in charge of the jail in Petersburg. And as the system is today, the same system was then, that any person that's in a jail, they have a picture of him. Today they do it with a camera. In those days, they actually had an artist who drew the picture. This person, it said under the picture that he was arrested because he was organizing some sort of revolution against the government, and he was a rabbi, and they had the picture on file. When his father left his position, his father loved art, he asked them for permission if he can take this picture with him. So that's how the picture became part of his collection. The Rebbe Marash looked at the picture, and based on the information, he thought that there's very strong reason to believe that this is actually a picture of the Alter Rebbe, who was arrested for that reason. And the timing was that same, the year that was written was the year that Alter Rebbe was in jail and released from jail. When he came back, and he told the Tzemach Tzedek what he saw, Tzemach Tzedek asked him to describe the picture, and the Tzemach Tzedek said that he's very sure, pretty sure that this is the picture of the Alter Rebbe. And the next time that he goes to Petersburg, he should find this minister and ask him for permission if they can borrow the picture for a short period of time. The next time he went to Petersburg, this minister wasn't there, and he found out that he moved. So it took a while till the Rebbe Marash found him where he was located. Then he told him the reason why he would like to borrow the picture, and he lent him the picture. He took the picture home, and the Rebbetzin Rivka said they had the picture for a few weeks. No one at the time knew about it. In fact, the Tzemach Tzedek said to the Rebbe Marash that the picture was done, it's a very precise, with absolute precision, to the point that the Alter Rebbe had a certain condition on the nose, the flesh of the nose. There was a certain condition there that because of this, he actually accused the Alter Rebbe that he wants to become the king, because there was no physical way of explaining what was going on. And they said that the reason why this is happening to the flesh on the nose is because he wants something very much that he can't have. And they interpreted to be that he wanted to become the king. The Rebbe wants to explain it's because he wanted to connect to the highest levels of Hashem, which a human being can't, and because that would mean that his soul would expire, and that's why he had this condition. But the artist even put that little detail into the picture, so we know that he was very precise. Every day, the Rebbe Marash and the Tzemach Tzedek would put on their gartel, walk into the room, would stand opposite the picture, and were thinking whatever they were thinking. And this went on for a few weeks until they returned the picture, and later they made copies from this picture. So we know that this picture is absolutely the Alter Rebbe, it's authentic, and not only authentic, it's as accurate as could possibly be. We also see from this story that looking at the picture of a Rebbe, of a Tzaddik, is something very powerful, as we see the way that Tzemach Tzedek and the Rebbe Marash conducted themselves. Shalom.